Yo YouTube, Johannes here from OLOHUONETUOTANTO aka Living Room Productions, and today this video is like straight continue video to our latest video about the best fonts that you would want to use when you are doing Asian customer client translations. And this video will give you like tips on those cases, how you would like communicate with the customer and how you just go through the translation process, and so you could deliver the final translated video to your customer. And before we start, I just want to remind you that you can, and I would be forever grateful if you subscribe to my channel. That will really help this channel to grow bigger and I can do more videos here. So thank you if you subscribe to this OLOHUONETUOTANTO channel. But yeah, let's discuss about the process, how you could make translation videos to a foreign country that you don't have any clue of. Okay, let's say that you have your video now in English and it has hard-coded subtitles in that video. And let's say you have a client and he or she lives in Japan, and that client wants you to make that video, which is in English right now. The client wants you to make the video in Japanese. Okay, usually that starts from that you are gonna send the film's script to the client. But before they are gonna translate that, please say to that client that you will need to break the script down first. So what do I mean by that? Maybe the original script is written in like long paragraphs, and those are just long sentences. So I can say from experience that you don't want to send that script to your client and they will translate exactly that script. Because if you have broke down your long script differently into your video, it will be very difficult for you to translate those long paragraphs. So break down your longer script to those exact pieces or sentences or words that your script is showing in your video, and send this kind of script to your client. And please remember to say to your client that they will translate the Japanese text next to these English sentences, because now you will have really better chance to get the translation right when you are doing the translation, maybe in Premiere or After Effects or some other program. And as you are translating your video, please be careful that you check all those letters, all those different glyphs and markings, that they are exactly the same that your client has sent to you. Because if you have wrong font, that wrong font can show those Japanese markings and glyphs differently. So the next tip is to use right and correct fonts, which I was explaining in my latest video. The best fonts to use when you are doing Asian translations, because with those fonts I have had the best results when I have done the translation videos. So please be careful that those letters are all the same that your client has sent to you. And the last thing that I want to discuss about here is the last phase. As you are sending the video to your client, please check the video like 1,000 times before you will send the video to your client, because you want to be sure that your translation is correct. And when you are sending the video to your client, please say to your client that they will double check the video and the translation and all the letters and the markings and the glyphs that are in the translation, because you probably don't understand any of that. So the whole translation, if it's correct, is depending on what your client will say, because obviously the client is more aware, probably, that's how the translation should be. So your video might come back to you a couple of times with some corrections, but then you just make those corrections and send it again to your client, and hopefully they will accept the updated version of the video or the translation. But yeah, if your client accepts your video, I think you are good to go. So let's trust them, what they say. So as a conclusion, let's check the tips again, what we have in this video. The first tip was break down your script to the pieces that exactly it is showing in your video, because it's more easy for you to make the translation after you have broke it down as it is in your video. And the second tip was to use good and relevant fonts that were Google Noto and Source Hansans, so that you will get all your letters right in that language. And the last tip was please check your video like 1,000 times, and as you're sending it to your client, say to them that they will check also the video like 1,000 times, and the markings and the letters and etc. before they will show it like publicly anywhere. So just make sure that it's all good. But yeah, this was this. Those were my tips on this topic. This video was like an example case, but of course you can use these tips on like any project you have. It doesn't have to be video project, but I tell about videos here because this is a filmmaking and video related channel. So do you have any tips or experience on how to translate a project to a language that you don't actually understand at all? What did you think about the new visual storytelling here? Was it good or was it really bad? Or what? You can comment down below. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram, because Instagram is our most updated and relevant social media. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you when you are doing projects like this, and yeah, have a really good one.